She looked calm, until police found what was inside the car. A silver sedan glides into the parking lot of a quiet gas station just before dawn. The cameras capture everything. Timestamp flickering in the corner of the security feed, 4:47 a.m. The driver steps out. A woman, mid-30s. Long braids tied back, her sweatshirt clean but wrinkled, her movements slow, deliberate. She looks calm. Too calm. The clerk inside doesn't notice her at first. It's early, the kind of morning where the world feels half asleep. The only sound is the hum of the fluorescent lights. The woman inserts her card, lifts the nozzle, and begins to pump gas. She doesn't glance around. She doesn't look nervous. She scrolls her phone once, then slips it into her hoodie pocket. But the car behind her, that quiet, silver sedan, holds a secret so horrific that when police arrive minutes later, several of them will have to step away to catch their breath. 4 children sit inside. None of them move. Her name, as the world would later come to know it, was Selena March, a mother of 5, a self-proclaimed businesswoman, and a rising online influencer who called herself Selena the CEO. To her thousands of followers, she was everything: glamorous, confident, successful, the kind of woman who made struggle look fashionable. She posted motivational quotes and videos about financial freedom, motherhood, and self-love. But what no one saw was the unraveling beneath the filters. Because behind the perfectly staged selfies and luxury handbags was a life rotting from the inside. At 4:49 a.m., a 911 dispatcher in Brazoria County answered a call. 911, what's your emergency? A calm voice replied. I need you to come here. Ma'am, what's going on? We need multiple ambulances. Then silence. The line stayed open. Background noise. The faint hum of traffic. Then a click. By the time deputies reached the gas station on Highway 289, the woman was standing near the driver's side door, staring into the car window. Her expression blank. The engine still running. One deputy later described the scene like this. It was too quiet. You walk up expecting chaos, but she was just standing there, like she was waiting for someone. To understand that moment, you have to rewind weeks, months, back to when Selena March was still the woman the internet loved. Her rise began like so many others. She'd been a nursing assistant in Atlanta before quitting to build her empire. Tax services, credit repair, motivational coaching. Her brand, March Financial Solutions, a name that sounded official but led nowhere when investigators later searched it. She called herself the Hustler Mom, claiming to help single mothers become financially independent. Her Instagram was a highlight reel. Designer handbags, piles of cash, weekend getaways, her kids smiling in matching outfits. Her captions were bold, almost prophetic. Mama got to have a life too. If you're not winning, you're not working hard enough. They call it selfish. I call it survival. And then came the one that would go viral after the tragedy. You're not a boss if you're a bad mom. F*** them kids. Thousands of likes. Dozens of laughing emojis. Nobody thought twice. Selena had 5 children, 3 girls, 2 boys, all under the age of 14. Neighbors in her new subdivision north of Houston described the family as quiet. Polite, one woman said. The kids played outside sometimes, always said hello. But they didn't know what was happening inside. They didn't know about the visits from child services 2 years prior, or the arguments that could be heard faintly through open windows on humid nights. Selena's ex-boyfriend, the father of her 2 youngest, had been convicted of murder in 2021. That's when she started to change. She began talking about demons, about spirits. She said she felt watched. Her posts grew darker, laced with cryptic lines. The devil been working overtime. When people show up smiling, look at their eyes, that's where the lies live. Her followers thought it was poetry, motivation, but it was something else entirely. The turning point came in early 2024. Her tax business, it turned out, wasn't really a business. It was a front, a network of fake refund claims, falsified identities, and prepaid debit cards. The money had flowed for months, but now people were asking questions. Clients complaining. Banks freezing accounts. She'd built her life on a lie, and the lie was crumbling. Then came the post. The one where she wrote, "The devil sent his soldiers, but I still stand." Another where she warned, "It's jail or hell, I already know which one I'm choosing." Her friends commented hearts. One wrote, "You got this, sis." Another, "They can't stop your glow." But behind the screen, Selena wasn't glowing. She was unraveling. The weekend before the gas station, Selena posted one last family photo, her and the kids eating takeout in the living room. The caption, "This dinner hit different. I feel off lately, but still, mama gotta show up." The next post came 2 days later. A short reel. Just her voice, whispering over a black screen. "If I go to hell, at least I'll go knowing I was honest." It got 4,000 views. No one reported it. In the 72 hours before everything went wrong, Selena's neighbors saw her loading boxes into her car. She told one woman she was moving again. Told another she was starting over. Nobody suspected anything. At 3 a.m. the morning of October 4th, she texted a friend, "I'm tired. I just want peace." The message was never answered. At 4:48 a.m., the silver sedan appeared on the security cameras. Selena stepped out, calm, emotionless. She pumped $57 worth of gas. She looked at her reflection in the car window. Inside the sedan, her 4 youngest children sat still. 2 were already gone. 2 were barely clinging to life. A white sheet covered the small body of the youngest, 3 years old. When police arrived, Selena didn't run. She didn't cry. She didn't speak until an officer asked, "Ma'am, what happened here?" She looked up slowly, her voice soft. "They were going to hurt me first." And that's when the silence broke. She was taken into custody without resistance. Deputies would later describe her demeanor as detached, polite, and distant. When asked if she wanted a lawyer, she said, "The devil's already got one." Her surviving children were airlifted to Houston Memorial. Both survived, physically. But when one of them woke up, the only words she spoke were, "Mommy said we had to sleep forever." Investigators searched Selena's home the next day. Inside, stacks of blank Social Security cards, boxes of fake IDs, notebooks filled with names, addresses, and numbers. And in the office corner, a half-finished vision board. In big letters, glitter glue spelled out one phrase, "Peace of mind." Why did she drive nearly 40 miles to that gas station instead of calling from home? Why the white sheets? And most chillingly, why did she call 911 herself? Some say guilt, others, confusion. But the investigators who interviewed her believed something darker. She thought she was saving them, one detective said. In her mind, the world was ending and her kids were already gone. By sunrise, the story was everywhere. Influencer mom accused of horrific crime. Her Instagram, deleted. Her business pages, gone. Her photos, screenshots now. But the captions? They stayed. A record of a woman collapsing in plain sight while the internet scrolled by. As detectives comb through her home, one of them finds something strange, a phone she didn't mention. It's hidden inside a shoebox. When they unlock it, they discover a video recorded just hours before the murders. In it, Selena looks directly at the camera. Her eyes are wide, her voice trembling. "They're whispering again," she says. "You'll see soon. Everyone will." The screen fades to black. And what she says next in that unseen final message changes everything. The interrogation room was quiet, too quiet. Just the faint hum of the air conditioner and the muffled buzz of fluorescent lights. Selena March sat in the metal chair, hands folded, eyes fixed on the one-way mirror. The detectives hadn't even started asking questions yet, but she was already talking. "I told him not to whisper to me anymore," she said softly. But he wouldn't stop. "Who's whispering, Selena?" one detective asked. She turned her head slowly, her reflection in the glass catching her gaze. The one in the mirror. To the outside world, Selena's arrest was a headline. Influencer mom accused in gas station tragedy. But to those who knew her, or thought they did, the news was impossible to believe. Friends from her online coaching group flooded comment sections. "This can't be the same Selena I talked to last week. She was planning a new business launch. She sounded tired but fine." Except she wasn't fine. Behind every upbeat live stream and motivational quote was a woman spiraling, balancing lies on top of lies. Her tax business had been under quiet investigation for months. The money trail led nowhere legitimate, only to a string of prepaid debit cards and fake names. When the bank froze her main account in early September, Selena posted a photo of herself smiling beside a Mercedes with the caption, "They can take the money, but not the mindset." The photo got thousands of likes. She captioned it at 3:14 a.m., only hours after she'd been crying on the phone with her mother, saying she couldn't take the pressure anymore. While Selena sat in custody, another team of detectives scoured her home in Porter, Texas. The house looked normal, maybe even cozy. Children's drawings taped to the fridge. A whiteboard on the wall with the words, "Goals for 2025, protect, provide, prosper." But in her bedroom closet, beneath a pile of luxury shopping bags, they found a shoebox. Inside was a phone, powered off, with its SIM card removed. When investigators charged it, they discovered one final video, recorded at 2:17 a.m., less than 3 hours before the 911 call. The footage was short, barely 2 minutes, but it would change the course of the case. Selena sits on her bed, the room dark except for the glow of a small lamp. Her eyes are red, unfocused. Her voice trembles. "They're whispering again," she says. "They say I can't protect them anymore. That they belong to him now." She pauses, looks around, and then leans closer to the camera. "I prayed. I tried. But it's too late. If I don't stop it tonight, he's taking all of us." At the end of the video, she looks over her shoulder as if she hears something, then whispers, "You'll see soon. Everyone will." The screen cuts to black. By now, the case had exploded across social media. The hashtags #SelenaMarch and #TheOCase were trending within hours. TikTokers dissected her old posts, frame by frame, analyzing her captions for hidden meaning. One viral video showed her infamous post, "F*** them kids." The creator paused dramatically and asked, "Was this a joke or a prophecy?" People argued in the comments. Some called it evil, others called it mental illness. And thousands more just watched, fascinated, horrified, addicted to the spectacle of a downfall. Detective Carla Ruiz, lead investigator, had worked homicide for 12 years. She'd seen everything, but this one got under her skin. "There was something about her," Ruiz said later. "She didn't look like someone who'd lost control. She looked like someone who believed she'd done the right thing." As they pieced together the timeline, a disturbing pattern emerged. Selena's laptop contained dozens of late-night searches. How to know if someone is possessed. When your kids talk to demons in their sleep. Mother of 4 charged mental breakdown. How long until fraud catches up to you? That last one made Ruiz pause. This wasn't just madness, it was fear. Financial fear. Spiritual fear. A pressure cooker of lies, paranoia, and guilt. One neighbor, a retired schoolteacher named Mrs. Calloway, told police she'd seen Selena sitting in her car for hours at a time, parked in the driveway. "She'd just sit there," Calloway said. "No radio, no phone. Just staring. Sometimes I'd wave, but she didn't wave back." When officers canvassed the area, they found something else, a note taped to the inside of Selena's mailbox. "If anything happens, don't believe what they say about me." The handwriting matched hers. What detectives didn't realize yet was that Selena had another identity, one she never posted about publicly. Under the alias @thechosen_real, she was part of an encrypted online chat group devoted to spiritual warfare. Members posted about exorcisms, demonic possession, and government conspiracies. In one post, a user named Chosen Queen wrote, "My kids look different lately. Their eyes change when they talk. I don't know if they're still mine." The IP address traced back to Selena's home. That same week, she had written in her business notebook, "The devil's in the details. And the details live in my house." Prosecutors would later call it premeditation. Psychologists would call it psychosis. But to those who studied the case closely, Selena's descent was gradual, the slow corrosion of reality. Her mother, interviewed months later, described their last phone call. She told me she hadn't been sleeping. Said she kept hearing someone walking around the house at night. I told her to call the police. She said, "It's not someone, Mama. It's something." And then the call dropped. In custody, Selena stopped eating. She refused to speak unless asked about the mirror in her cell. "I can see him there," she whispered one night to a guard. "He smiles when I look away." The medical staff diagnosed her with acute psychosis and placed her on observation. But she never talked about her children again. When asked if she understood the charges against her, she nodded and said, "Yes. But they're free now." Back at the station, Detective Ruiz couldn't shake the video on Selena's phone. Something about it felt rehearsed, as if it wasn't the first take. They found fragments of deleted clips, rough drafts. In one, she looks off camera and mutters, "No, I can't say that. They'll think I'm crazy." In another, she smiles faintly before whispering, "You'll thank me later." But the most disturbing file wasn't a video. It was an audio recording, time-stamped the night before the murders. The sound of Selena's voice, whispering a lullaby. Then another voice, faint, childlike, echoing back. Forensic audio experts later confirmed the child's voice was hers, distorted through a recording loop. She'd been talking to herself. Why did she call 911? Why drive all the way to that specific gas station? Investigators found a clue in her GPS history. She had driven that same route 3 nights in a row, at nearly the same time each night, only to circle the block and return home. It wasn't random. She was rehearsing, preparing. Podcasts, documentaries, Reddit threads. The story of Selena March spread like wildfire.